Welcome to Your Sport Swindon, here with Kelvin Young, ahead of his fight on Saturday in Gloucester against Joe Walsh. How's training camp gone?
Yeah, training's been spot on. Yeah, I've had a couple of great weeks of sparring down in Newport. So yeah, that's been good, some good sparring down there with some good guys. And this week's just all about sharpening, maintaining the weight. I'm on weight now, so yeah, just get a couple of runs in and I'm ready to go.
Yeah, who have you been sparring up in Newport?
Yeah, there's been a couple of guys up there. Danny Griffiths, he's a cruiserweight. He's a big lad, but he's very fast for a cruiserweight. He's probably punches like a middleweight. Like middleweight, he's that quick. But I've been getting some good rounds in with him. And then we've got a kiddie called Morgan Jones, who you're going to see a lot more of. Yeah. He's had about 2 pro fights, I think he's had now, won them both. But yeah, he's going to be he's a very good lad. So yeah, I've been getting some good rounds in with them, and getting some tips from Tony Borg himself. And yeah, it's been going great. So yeah, everything's on course for a good performance on Saturday night.
So you're feeling sharp, training's gone well, so there's no excuses for this fight this time around?
No excuses, and there never is any excuses really, but it's just like there's things that why I don't perform, but you know, everything's been spot on. Yeah, just I'm on weight. I've had a good camp. I've had a long camp because obviously my last fight I was meant to have in Portsmouth, that got called off through my opponent having an injury. So, yeah. But yeah, I've been ticking over all the time. So I've had a good long camp.
Is it good to have a longer camp, or is it kind of a bit of a spanner in the works? Because you were geared up for that fight.
No, obviously that fight with Chris Hobbs was at light heavyweight. So I think that would have been 3 weeks ago now. So, and obviously I was training. I was eating plenty. I was full. Obviously boxing light heavyweight, I was on the weight straight away. Obviously that got called off, so now I'm moving back down to super middleweight. All I've had to do really is just chop and change with my food really, just to get back down to super middleweight. But yeah, everything's gone perfectly. So looking forward to getting out there.
Yeah, and obviously you drew with Joe last time out in an unconvincing performance, yeah. But you're out to make a statement this weekend, aren't you? Oh,
this is a must-win fight now, isn't it? I think I thought I could have nicked the last one, but it was close. It was a messy fight. But you know, I was coming off of a loss, so there was a lot of demons on nerves going into it, and I had a new change of team and working on different things. But you know, there's no excuses this time. But like I say, yeah, Joe Cumming, he put in a great performance, and it was a good scrap. But you know, I think I've got to be a lot more polished on my boxing this time, and I definitely think I'll get a big performance.
Yeah, you're feeling really confident.
I feel great, yeah, and like I say, I'm back at title level, weigh in the day before, which I'm used to. With Joe last time, I had to weigh in on the night. It's all different. I'm not used to. I'm used to fighting for titles now. Weighing in the day before and having a good 24 hours of filling up and recovery. Yeah. So yeah, you know, there's no excuses. I've got to go out and put on a big performance.
Yeah, and talking of titles, you know, assuming you win, you've got another big fight hopefully coming up.
Yeah, no, that's definitely on the cards. Yeah, contract signed. I think that's going to be. I haven't really thought about it, to be honest, but it's against Kevin Greenwood for the Southern Area final eliminate. He fought for the Southern Area title in his last fight against Tom Baker, and it was a good close fight. So you know, he's shown what he can do, and it's definitely going to be a good fight. And I'll get to tick off a box where I'm going to be boxing at York Hall. Yeah. So you know, it's the home of Britain for boxing.
That must have been something you dreamed of.
Yeah, I've always wanted to box there, and this opportunity's come up. I'll take it with 2 hands, and you know, I want to go back for the title that I never lost in the ring. I vacated it. So yeah, I think if I can get a good win against Kevin Greenwood, then you know, Tom Baker will be next up for me for the Southern Area. And hopefully I'll get some more big fights during that as well. Yeah,
I mean, you obviously don't want to look too far ahead, but obviously if you could win that against Tom Baker, then that would lead to something, you know, even bigger, hopefully. Yeah,
like I say, don't want to look that far ahead, but yeah, just got to get past Joe Walsh on Saturday, and then we'll be looking into Kevin Greenwood, get a good win there at York Hall, and you know, I'm definitely back on the big title trail then. Like last year was a big year for me. Mm-hmm. It's all like gone tits up, to be honest, the last like sort of year, but you know, I'm hoping that, you know, I'm not done in this game yet. I know I can get back up there, and I'm still confident of fighting for some big titles in the future.
go back to the fight against Joe at the weekend. What are you expecting him to do? Do you think he's going to have a different game plan to last time?
No, I think he's going to be pretty much the same. I think, you know, how can he change? It's easy to say how can I change, but I've just got to be a bit more sharper in my boxing and just don't get drawn into a scrap. And you know, I think that last fight was a 6th rounder. I was getting, you know, towards the end of the fight, I was starting to get on top a little bit, and the ref said to me that, you know, the last round that I won, that's what got me the draw. So I think another couple of rounds, I definitely would have won that fight. So I know this is an 8-rounder. I've got to get off the mark a bit quicker, and I just think I've got to be a bit more polished in my boxing and not be too eager to get involved. He's going to come and try and make it messy. He's quite dirty on the inside. He likes to get close and rough you up a little bit. So
important to stamp your authority on the fight from, you know, the first bell. Then, by the sounds of it.
Yeah. I've just got to get in there, and I'm going to leave it all in the ring. And yeah, hopefully I'll be coming out with a new title. So
excellent. That's great. Well, best of luck for the weekend.
All right, cheers, mate.
We'll be talking after it, no doubt.
Cheers, mate.